Hello everybody and welcome to the Kukuli Bushcraft channel. Okay, so I'm in fancy dress today. Today I've come as a psychedelic choir boy. I'm testing this thing out. It's a Särmä poncho. So I can't really complain about the colour. That's the one I chose. So bright orange. I mean, it's quite good if you want to attract attention, you know, which isn't necessarily in a survival situation, you know, ordinary situations in the mountains. Maybe you're meeting some friends, they're on another mountain. That's happened to me in the past. But also, you know, as if you were lost somewhere. Yeah, also a good colour to choose, unless you want to stay hidden. So what have I got to say about this thing? Well, yeah, I was wearing it camping for a week. It rained a lot, and yeah, it's massive. And what does that mean? That means, well, I'll just pan you down a little bit. Okay, so when I'm hiking in this thing, if I'm going uphill, I tread on the front of the garment, which isn't great. So I found myself stumbling, nearly falling over multiple times. I've also tried using an axe wearing this thing. I find the hood moves around, so you're falling over, you can barely see. This happens when you're walking as well, by the way. You know, this moves around, you can tighten it up. Doesn't really seem to help. So, really, as if you're doing anything other than staying still, this thing's actually quite dangerous. And you know, as if you were lost in the forest, not being able to see and falling over all of the time, it's not very helpful. You know, I mean, as it was, I was with friends and it was actually all quite funny. You know, it wouldn't have been funny though as if I'd have hit myself with the axe or fallen over and done myself some real damage. But yeah, a little repair there. My fault. You know, you should keep these things well away from the fire. It doesn't help when they're billowing around with the bottom part of the thing like 5 yards away. But yeah, it did, however, do quite a good job of keeping me dry. But that being said, it could have done with being quite substantially smaller. You know, so unless you're some kind of a Yeti, which you may look like one with one of these on anyway, but unless you're enormous, this is going to be too big. One way to get around falling over it all the time is the press studs at the side. If you rearrange them so as, well, basically so as it's higher at the front, means you've got a lot of excess material around the middle. Another thing you can do is, as if you've got your rucksack on under here, or as if you've got a belt on, you can tie the belt around the front and kind of bunch it up. So you can work with that a little bit. I think the reason they've made this so excessively large is so you can make a good shelter with it. I've not tried that. I'm going to try that now. Okay, so a very quick, hastily erected shelter. So I've tied the hood up. We've got basically sticks in the corners. I would say that as if you're planning on doing this, you might want to bring tent pegs. Either that or some paracord loops on these grommets, because the size of the wooden peg that you can get through those holes is quite tiny. I've also got a trekking pole here. You could use a stick, obviously a guy line maybe to that tree would be ideal, but do I fit in here? Yeah, let's try that again. Okay, so this isn't too bad. In a kind of fetal position, you could quite easily spend the night like this. You would need some paracord and maybe some tent pegs. Just paracord would do. But the little twigs I've got holding this down at the edges, as you've seen, just not good enough. But yeah, I can stretch out a bit more maybe. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I can't lay flat and straight, but yeah, I think that's good enough. Probably will have a bit of an issue with condensation, so have to try not to touch the walls. Yeah, but that depends of course on the temperature outside as well. Okay, a different setup. So I've just got it strung out between two trees. The hood, because it was sagging in a little bit, it looked like it had collect water. I just strung that up to that little sapling there. I could have also have used my trekking pole. And there we go. You could have also have run the ridge line from the central grommet and had kind of like a tunnel tent. I'd probably have fit quite nicely in there because I'm quite thin, but yeah, that'd have been pretty damn low to the ground. But as this is, yeah, this works really well. That's plenty big enough, unless the weather was really bad and I'd really misread the wind direction when I was setting up. But no, plenty of room. So this thing's made by Särmä for Bushcraft, and it's really lightweight. As a poncho for hiking and doing things in, it's rubbish. As an emergency shelter, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, lightweight. It comes in a little bag made of the same material. I don't know where that is. I last remember putting a load of chaga in it. So yeah, I don't think it really needs a bag. I think bags like that you can usually find alternative uses for. But yeah, just as if you want to use it as a shelter, I would advise having paracord loops on the eyelets. Tent pegs might be nice, but then, as if, you know, I mean, the whole point of a shelter like this is being lightweight, and you don't really need tent pegs. You can always find swigs, so paracord loops probably better. I quite liked the little teepee setup. That felt comfortable, but yeah, a little bit restrictive when it comes to movement. So this thing is probably a handy thing to keep in the car or something. It's available in different colours, but by the side of the road, if you're needing help, orange is probably quite good. Also for day trips, maybe, as if you've got other waterproofs. if you just want to knock up a shelter, or obviously something in case of emergencies, or as if you're just into really lightweight camping, and you know, you just want a small lightweight tarp. It's good for that. Okay, so that's about all I've got to say about this thing, and thank you very much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up, please subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you all again soon for another Kookily Bushcraft video. Bye for now.